Well, hello, welcome, Andrea Doria here, saying top of the morning to you and the rest of the day off with my faux Irish pipe. Doesn't even blow bubbles, that's too bad, but c'est la vie. Also wanted to bring Snoopy in to say Happy St. Patrick's Day, even though that's not how he would sound. He live in Charles Schultz country, Sonoma County, California, so I had to bring him in. He's all festive for St. Patrick's Day. This story is brought to you courtesy of San Jose State Associated Students Program Board in 1981. One day after St. Patrick's Day, we had an epic show, and the band was from Ireland. Let's see. Have you guessed it yet? Have you guessed it? Have you? Here it comes. Here it comes. That's right. The letter U and the number 2. A free show with Romeo Void on Wednesday, March 18th. And it was free. And I was there. Boy, was I there. There were a lot of people there. It was an amazing show. Associated Students Program Board was a group, part of the student government at San Jose State, and we were there specifically to provide entertainment and factual information and such lectures for the student body, and one of them was concerts, which is how U2 came to be. There was a program advisor, his name was Ted Gerke, and he and the concert promoter at that time, Rick Bates, came up with this show, and wow, U2, first time in the States, free show in our Student Union Ballroom. The Student Union was built as an earthquake-proof kind of building, because obviously we're in earthquake country, so it was built on rollers, which gave it a chance to move if it's an earthquake. Instead, we had a music quake going on, housequake, yeah, in the Student Union Ballroom, because people were so excited about the show and having so much fun. The floor started to literally bounce up and down. And this started when Romeo Void was playing, but definitely hit the fever pitch with U2. Now, a little side note, while Romeo Void was playing, I was standing off to the side of the stage watching them, and Bono happened to be standing right next to me. So being the silly person that I was, I asked him what he thought about the weather in California, which, what a stupid question, but he was really, really shy, which a couple of years later, I got to see U2 again, and I was so surprised at that shy guy that I was talking to. Wow, not so shy anymore. So anyhow, main event, U2 is on. They are playing. They're playing I Will Follow. They're playing their whole album. It's going crazy. The floor is bouncing up and down. There's a bit of panic of those on the program board, especially those who know that that stage they're playing on is a temporary stage, and it can only withstand so much movement. The stacks were all, the music, the sound is coming out, are also on that stage. So people who are part of the program board, myself included, were recruited to hold up those stacks while this show went on. And I was one of the people. I was on the right-hand side, and I have tinnitus in this ear to this day, thanks to U2 and that show. Thankfully, no stacks did fall on top of any audience members. No one was harmed. Bono apparently even said to Rick Bates at one time, "I thought you were trying to kill me at this show." Of course, that was a joke, but it did get pretty crazy, but it was fun. There was no bedlam, there were no riots, none of that kind of stuff. Everybody just was having a great time. I guess they were pogoing. That's how everything was going crazy. So, show ends, everybody had a great time. Time for those of the press and others to talk to the band and, you know, to get little interviews and such. And of course, I decided to ask for an autograph because I wasn't doing anything at the time for interviews. So the best thing to do was say, "Hey, could you give me an autograph?" So the first thing that happened is Bono was the first to sign, and the album boy, of course, here's the album cover to their very first album. He tried to sign it right there on the outer sleeve, and it didn't work out too well. So we went and carried on, sallied forth into the inner sleeve where the vinyl is, and here we can see Bono 81. And then down here we've got The Edge and Adam. Larry could not be bothered to sign that album at the time. He was having too much fun playing peekaboo or hide and seek. I'm not quite sure exactly what it was, but there were all these gear stacks, and so I don't know. He was in a good mood. Everybody's in a good mood. That's my story of U2 in 1981 at San Jose State University. The sad part of the story is the Associated Students Program Board no longer exists. These type of shows do not happen at San Jose State anymore because there is not a student body to bring them to the students that are attending now, which is kind of sad. But at the same time, we had some great memories. And in the future, maybe I'll tell you about a few of my shows that I booked that were pretty crazy too, because I had a few too. Hey, were you at that show? If you were, comment below. I'd love to hear what you thought about the show. Or have you been at a show that was a free show, a band you really liked that was just insane, but also the best time, you know, one of your top 10 favorite shows? Love to hear about that. Comment about that as well. Coming up, my second part to some albums from about the same period that really influenced me. I had my part 1. You can check that out on my channel if you haven't seen it already. I have part 2 coming up, doing a little bit of editing and massaging, so it's not quite ready yet. So just wanted to wish you a happy St. Patrick's Day. Top of the morning to you, the rest of the day off. May the wind be at your back always be your own. Wait, I said it wrong. May the wind at your back always be your own. There you go. Wishing you a wonderful day. Andrea Doria signing off once more. See you again.